other questions?
One of my concerns is that people that were able to get a second home and rented out their first home, and that was a struggle, I'm going to tell you right now, is that I'm at the point now where my daughter is in 12th grade and she's going to be out of the house. I don't need the house anymore. The capital gains taxes on the property where you had a tenant in is enormous, and I'm just wondering if there's any consideration for the sale. I'm going to try to sell my house next year. Everybody pray for me. And then the second house, the capital gains on that second house is just going to kill me. I'm going to have to move in with you. So I'm just wondering if there's any consideration for that. Thank you.
You know what, we are talking about it because we actually made some capital gains changes for small businesses, and we're talking about doing that for the housing market as well. So we'll take a look at it and see how far we are, but I do know that we've done it for businesses in particular. So take a look at that too if you're talking about some other things with your business. But there have been some major changes in capital gains taxes.
Okay, last question.
Hi, Representative. You know, we've discovered through this whole process how interconnected everything is. And one of the things that I noticed is some of the rhetoric coming out of Congress, possibly for political bandstanding, is to discuss, you know, these companies that had junkets, so-called junkets to Las Vegas, or business meetings and things. What happened is people started being afraid as businesses to have business meetings in Las Vegas or in other spots because...
And it's killing Las Vegas,
it's killing
trust
not
me.
only Las Vegas, but the whole hospitality industry. And I think that we need some more responsibility on the part of our Congress and other representatives to be careful how they couch these concerns so that they don't kill the goose that laid the golden egg.
Well, you know what? No, just last week, I mean, not last week, before we went on recess, there were, I think, maybe probably an hour or better on the floor what is talking about tourism. How we have hurt, especially those big tourist areas like places in Florida, Nevada, all of those places, because people are afraid now to, as you say, bring a business meeting, to have a convention or a conference, to even travel to some of these communities. So they have lost, and these are places, Las Vegas really doesn't really make anything. Most of their business, most of their income comes from tourists. So some of these companies in these states have gotten so bad because people aren't spending money. So I think you're right. I mean, and I know that we're aware of it. But what happens with most people is they just take a little bit of something. You know, most people don't read a whole paragraph about something. That's the truth. If they can't see it on a video or YouTube, they don't read it. And so when we try to give people information, they only get half the information because they don't take the time to read it. We become a society that really does not do very much reading. We become a society that really doesn't look very deeply into anything. And so unless we find the most simplistic way possible to show it, or in the most succinct way possible to show it, people don't ever get the whole story. So, but these businesses more are concerned because their businesses are having such a difficult time. I think businesses who are healthy and doing well, please go to Las Vegas. And I'm going to tell my friends there, I told you that. Or go to Disney World, or go to Orlando, because these people are really suffering because that is their trade. Tourism is their trade. I think we do have to look at how we deal with some of these issues because even our friends in New York, our other colleagues in New York are very uncomfortable about how we talk about Wall Street. Those are the people that pay taxes in New York City. So we do have to be more sensitive to how we say things. And let me just say as well that both sides of the aisle probably feel pretty much the same way. You see a lot of vitriol on television about R's and D's fighting with each other. Yeah, we have differences of philosophy. There's no question about that. Sometimes they actually agree with us, they just won't vote with us. But when we leave the House, we really are fine. I mean, they're decent people. We get along very well. I mean, we tell you about the budget package, and there's only a few of my friends here, so I can say this. It won't get out. But when we were putting together the budget, Republicans who were on the committee were coming to the chairman saying, could you put this in? But don't put my name on it. You know, don't let them know it was me. But we function in a way that we want to put out the best budget. So if they have a good idea, we want to use it. So they come, you know, stealthily in the night and put their little things in with the chairman. And we all know where it comes from, but if it's good, we want it there. So, I mean, we don't hate each other. It's not like that at all. We just have differences in philosophy. But I actually have some very good friends that are Republicans. One of them sleeps in his office, so I can't figure that out. But we do, and we all are on the same page and trying to find some way to bring back the kind of normalcy we want to bring back to our country. Thank you all so much.